obviously. So if I've caught the sun, you know why. So what we're going to do today, now I've chosen this practice because I think with this particular day, I think it poses some challenges for people. We seem to get Sunday sort of like announcements, but with people shielding being given the get-go to go out a little bit more. It doesn't mean to say that, you know, it can be mixed feelings, and, you know, a loosening of restrictions can make people feel sort of quite strangely mixed, both elated and a little bit nervous. So practice we're going to do today is loving kindness, and the reason why I want to do this loving kindness is because this is for yourself if you feel as though you're struggling right now with anything. But also, you might want to dedicate this practice to somebody that you really, really care about. And I mean that in a really important way, because we know the benefits of mindfulness. In particular, loving kindness, self-compassion, is that not only does it reduce inflammation and anything to do with chronic disease, because it reduces the stress hormones, the cortisol, and in the kidneys. And not only does it reduce anxiety and depression, not only does it rewire the brain for greater compassion for both self and others, but makes us resilient within that window of tolerance that I keep talking about, but it makes us more self-aware, emotionally self-aware. You know, that emotional intelligence is so important, isn't it? To see other people's point of view without getting upset. To understand that there are differences. And I think we need it more than anything now. I think what's really happening in America really has opened up for me why this practice is important. Because I think what we need to do now is we need to listen, and we need to practice a lot more cultural understanding, and particularly for the black communities who have suffered for hundreds of years of what is basically historical and racial trauma, and that can exist in all cultures. My meditation teacher's Irish, and she makes me laugh because she said this morning, it was quite funny, she said, well, you know, in Ireland, you know, we're not very good at following rules. We've been behaving quite well during lockdown, but we've got a really great leader, and she likes the Irish Prime Minister. You know, he's gone back to work as a doctor, and his husband is also a doctor, and his sister's a doctor, and he's also an immigrant. So, you know, he meets a lot of wonderful criteria in terms of diversity, which is quite beautiful. And I think we need more than now than ever to understand other people's points of view, and to have that compassion for ourselves, but for other people too. Listening's important, you know. It's all very well, isn't it, telling people how to behave, but listening and communicating is the most important part. And that's why self-compassion comes in, because you are connecting better to yourself and you're connecting better to others. It's brilliant. And it's all about knowing yourself and being authentic, but also being open and accepting and less judging of other people and yourself, which is beautiful. Peace, love and light. The real stuff, you know, not the fake stuff. The real, you know, the true stuff. I mean, I have to recognise my own white privilege. You know, my experience will never be like anybody else's when it comes to the traumatic experience of historic and racial trauma. And knowing my white privilege is so important, and knowing that I will never have to worry about jogging down the street, that I can safely run down the street during the daytime, like a lot of young ladies I saw today, and not to be questioned or thought of as running away from a robbery. These are these things that we never have to worry about being white and privileged. I know that intersectionally that I have to worry about being female, you know, but at the end of the day, I am white, middle class, Protestant, Eurocentric, and I don't have to worry about all these things. So, without me getting too political, but the person is political, isn't it, at the end of the day? You know, what did things, you know, if we become silent about things that matter, then, you know, then we are siding with the oppressors. And I'll leave it at that, shall I? But let's loosen up and relax, and let's practice loving kindness. Let's think about all these people. I want us to bring into the whole experience of this loving kindness, to think about not just where we are, because we are suffering individually and we're finding it hard, but there are other people too. We have to take in the whole situation. So, loving kindness meditation. Okay, so if you want to think about someone right now that you really care about that is struggling, or you might want to think about a particular community that you think is struggling, maybe your homeland. Maybe you come from Hong Kong and maybe you're worried about what's happening there or in China, or maybe you have relatives in America and you're worried about them. Anything. Think about somebody now, and this will bring that into your practice. We'll start with thinking about another person and then we'll bring it to ourselves. And I think that's easier to do because we're not very good at practicing self-care. So sometimes if we think about other people suffering first and when we come to our own, that's really important. So let's get into our seat and practice with intention. What is it we want to achieve today for our own well-being, our own self-care? Because at the end of the day, we're going to appreciate the time that we're spending looking after our well-being. That's the most important part, isn't it? So get into your seat. Make sure that your knees are not higher than your hips and that you're elevated in a way. Nice long spine, lifting out the hips. Okay, that you're comfortable. You've got this dignity, so we can just loosen up a little bit and just sort of, just get a little bit of tension out of the shoulders. We're looking to feel relaxed but alert. Okay, and then just place your hands where that feels comfortable. I just drop my hands, hinge at the elbows without moving my shoulders, and I know where to put my hands. Eyes closed, or a soft gaze looking ahead of yourself, whatever feels nice. And just drop into the body and just become aware of your seat. And we're just going to take 3 cleansing breaths. Nice big inhale through the nose. Feel the elevation and the lift of the spine. Chin slightly tilted inwards. And with the exhale, I want you to feel yourself dropping into your seat and into your body. Inhale, dignity and poise, and exhale, dropping down and relaxing. And just focusing on the breath. And try to allow the heart to be as open as it can. And just connect to the sensations of the breathing. And just know that in this practice, if we come to challenge, remember your resourcing tools. As we focus on our breath, what are our resourcing tools? Our resourcing tools are feeling the seat and our hands on our knees or lap. Labelling and naming a difficult emotion so we create distance to it. Focusing our core and our centre and our breath, just bringing our attention to the belly. Or just refocusing our attention to another one of the senses. So it could be sounds. It could be the sensations of smell in the nostrils, sensations in the mouth. Tactile sensations. And compassionate touch. So compassionate touch can be placed anywhere in the body where you feel the sensation the most. Placing your hands where that feels with a loving, kind touch. And then we'll start our meditation with the bell and end with the bell. So as you connect with your breath and your seat, I want you to visualise a being, a person, somebody that brings happiness and joy to your heart. Somebody that has an easy and uncomplicated relationship to yourself. It can be a child, a pet, a good friend, and maybe somebody as well that you think might be struggling right now, that you feel could benefit from this practice through yourself. Try to settle and visualise and sense that whole being, all of them. Try to visualise them with all of your senses as if they're standing right in front of you. And try to recognise that they face suffering just like you. And that you wish for them the following phrases to repeat inside of your mind. And as you do so, feel the importance and the meaning of the words. And try to notice whatever visually or emotionally or physically comes up when you repeat the following phrases. May you be well. May you be happy. May you feel safe. May you live with peace and at ease. And if you become distracted, the mind starts to follow a track or a narrative or a story. Just simply come back to that image of that loved being and repeat those phrases once more, feeling the importance and the meanings of the words. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be at peace and at ease. Now, see if you can bring yourself into this circle of goodwill with that being. And just notice how it feels emotionally. And visualise yourself both together. And try to generate the same wishes as before. Savour the meaning and visualise yourselves both together. May you and I be well. May you and I be happy. May you and I be safe. May you and I be at peace and at ease. And just allow the words to stew, draw into your cells, almost as if you're dipping into a warm bath. Repeating them another time, once again, feeling the importance of the meanings of the words. May you and I be well. May you and I be happy. May you and I be safe. May you and I be at peace and at ease. Now, if you can, let go of that image of you and that other being. Imagine that you are thanking them as they go and leave, maybe even giving them a virtual hug or a cuddle before they depart. And feel that sense of warm-hearted affection between you and that other being. And now rest your attention. If you want to use self-soothing touch at this particular time, place your hand wherever you need to by imagining your whole body in your mind's eye. Visualize your whole body. And notice any stress or discomfort or challenge that you are facing in the midst of all of this. And repeat the following well-wishing phrases towards this physical and emotional experience that you're troubled with and can be located in your body. Something that is mild, moderate, nothing too challenging, nothing too trivial. And address it to that emotion. Address it to that struggle. You may say it to that area. You may use you or I. But it is part of you, and we accept, we soothe and allow. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I live at ease and in peace. And wherever you notice this troubling emotion, wherever you feel it, the irritation, it could be pain in the heart, a feeling in the chest, or a hollow feeling in the belly, wherever it is, soften and lean into it. Soothe with a comforting touch. And stay with it without wanting to change it in any way. And embrace this challenge tenderly as if it's a child that's perhaps even hurt its knee. And repeat the phrases another time, sitting with it, right here, right now. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be at ease. And let go now of the image of yourself and expand your awareness. Expand it from where you are. Expand it from your home, your street, your town, your country, your world, wrapped in a warm embrace of your arms like a beacon of light and love. Spread out your intention, your well wishes to all the healthcare workers. Visualize all the key workers, all the teachers going back today, those brave enough to come out of shielding, maybe those who are still self-isolating, people still in care homes, those that maybe have no protection still, the people standing on the streets crying for justice and equality, all those people who want all their lives to matter, wishing them all to be. May they be well. May they be happy. May they be safe. May they find peace in their hearts. And if you can, for one last time, visualize and embrace all these people, or extend it out to the people that you would like to appreciate and send good wishes and well-being to. Repeat the phrases. May they be well. May they be happy. May they be safe. May they find peace in their hearts. And now shift your awareness to sounds. Sounds in this room, sounds in the distance. Just let go of all focus and attention and just notice everything coming in and out of your awareness. Just simply be as it is. Open up to a spacious sense of calmness, a sense of noticing, letting go of struggle, being aware of all sights, sounds, sensations, feelings and thoughts and emotions, all coming and going without blocking or clinging to them like clouds. And if you're lost in the train of thought, just simply come back to the breath until you're ready to open out to spacious awareness. Just be as you are. Okay, as you come out of this loving kindness meditation, just spend a couple of moments to reflect on the time that you've spent for yourself, because you've dedicated 20 minutes to your own self-care and your own well-being, which can be of benefit to you and others. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Tomorrow, 6:30, yoga. Let's do this. Fight the power.